I think open mat for me is outstanding, and it's interesting to hear the relationship that you've built over the years with both Dan and Adam, and I think it's very apparent on screen because yes, you're all a presence individually, but collectively, 100% comes together. And I think that the UK really has historically lacked preview shows that really go in depth, not just to sell the show, but to really dig into it, and for both fighters as well, not just the home fighter or the favourite of the presenter or the guest. And you guys really nail that perfectly. I'd like to kind of dig into that a little bit more, just to kind of from your perspective to start with. How do you personally break down fights? What's your process for looking at a certain fight and thinking, right, this is who's going to win?
Obviously, the first thing to do is crunch the stats, crunch the styles, just knowing the fighters. And I see, whereas Dan's very technical with his breakdowns, and like Dan breaks down a fight better than anybody I've ever met. And I know a lot of boxing, really good boxing analysts as well, and guys who've been doing it for an awful long time. But, you know, I do believe that the best technical analysts, similar to football, really, with Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, you know, I believe the best analysts of the game are ex-fighters, because they've been there, done it. They drilled that move. They can appreciate it perhaps more than anybody else. So I let the technical analysis fall with Dan, and I learn from Dan, obviously. And Dan, I'll tell you, I bore him to death when we get quiet moments. And Adam does the same, because we're asking him why he's done this. Why have you picked him? Why have you done this? Why have you done that? The way I look at fights is a little bit different in terms of, you know, I look at fights in terms of momentum, forward motion, in terms of what opportunities lie ahead, you know, the significance of what's going on behind the scenes, who's he training with now, you know, what's his personal life like. I know he's just split up with his wife. Like I go a little bit deeper in terms of not what he does inside the octagon, but what's going on in his headspace outside of it as well. And I think I've always done that. And maybe that's just the journalist in me, is more analysing the man's mental state rather than his technical acumen and what they've worked on in camp. And maybe that's why it works, you know. And we've all got a role to play on open mat. And again, I think the reason why it works so well, the reason why it is, for me, the market leader, certainly in terms of British fight sports content, is that we all know our roles. And I'm blessed in that the two guys I work with are the fucking best at their roles. You know, Adam is the best presenter. I've been doing television now on and off since Fight Academy on Channel 5, bloody hell, 2004 or whatever it was. And I've done tons of radio, and I've been on tons of, you know, magazine shows for boxing and MMA and everything else. Nobody I've ever worked with comes close to Adam. And I know I'm biased because I run a business with him, but nobody comes close. Nobody is as good as he is, as confident he is, as cool as he is. And he's picked that up, obviously, from radio. You know, he's picked it up from live radio. I've been at the very highest level with Radio 1 and everything else, you know, doing live shows, live events. And, you know, he has this uncanny ability to be able to deliver to you. So when you watch open mat and you're watching Adam, or watch Adam do anything, unlike a lot of presenters who are presenting to the world, Adam has this amazing ability to present to you. When you watch Adam, you think he's talking to you. You think this show, he does. It's amazing. Exactly. Show me, you know, I bet you can't pick another half dozen presenters across anything that get that personal touch, that make you go, he's talking to me. He pulls you in straight away. So Adam's the best in that opinion, because he just goes, boom, this one. It's like literally there's no cameras there. There's just you. You're the one person, you're sitting there watching three mates basically break down a fight or talk about a fight. So Adam's the presenter, the best, that's the best around, in my opinion. Then he's thrown to Dan, who's the best technical breakdown, and who's been there, done it, wore the t-shirt. So there's no arguing with Dan either. So my role is the energy then. I think, okay, well, I've got to be, in some ways, I've got to be that guy sitting there watching back. I've got to bring his energy to go, fucking hell, this is amazing. This is amazing. Oh my goodness. So Dan's going to tell you stuff you don't know. Dan's going to teach you how a fight breaks down and give you information that tomorrow morning in work, when you're carrying bricks with the lads on the building site, you can go, I tell you what, tomorrow, Khabib's just going to double leg this guy, take him down, grab a single, blah, 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 and give you that knowledge that you can take into work. And everyone goes, fucking, I knows loads, him, doesn't he? Adam's job is to get you engaged. My job is to respond like you, to be here and go, I'm in Vegas and the fight's on. Woohoo! This is awesome. This is amazing. And put a bit of color behind it and paint a picture and just tell everyone this is the party, man. Because it is, and I bring energy to it. And I get criticized for that a lot. I think the most common thing I get called is a casual. I get called a casual all the time. That's like the biggest insult for me is.
You get that from Adam and Dan sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Stop being a casual. But online, I get called that all the time. Casual. Oh, look at this casual with his casual take, mate. I'm not bothered. At the end of the day, the reason I'm buzzing, the reason I'm bouncing off the walls, the reason I'm so excited is because it's true. None of it's fake. We could be in the fight capital of the world. We're in Fight Island. We're about to see the best two lightweights on the planet throw down. We're in Vegas. We're about to see Tyson Fury face Deontay Wilder. The days are gone, in my opinion. The days of wearing a blazer and a tie and presenting and scripting it and having it all right. Welcome to Las Vegas. I'm Nick Peet. You're watching Fight Disciples. Tonight, live from MGM, People don't want to see that shit, man. Those days have gone. There's a reason why podcasts are so successful. It's because the intimacy behind it. People want that. People want to feel that intimate to it. That's why I'm like, mate, we're in fucking Vegas and the biggest fight in the world's about to go down. Just been with Tyson Fury. I'm now going to see Deontay Wilder. I'm living the dream. This is amazing. Stay tuned. That's what I think people want, or certainly that's what I think I would want if I'm watching. So, and maybe that's why people think I come across as a casual, because I am like a fan who's been put in the right place. And I am a fan, of course, but I'm also a fan that's got 22 years experience covering fight sports, and I've paid my dues to get here. So I'd like to think I do know what I'm talking about sometimes. But yeah, man, I just want to make that open mat as interesting and engaging, and and sometimes I'll say outlandish stuff, and sometimes I get carried away, but that's my job. That's my job on the show, is to keep it going.